Injuries.
Lucky. Actually, you know what?
Dodged a bullet?
Yeah, dodged a bullet. MCL, no ACL, great. So our guy, quarterback protector. Yeah. I'm just here to protect my quarterback. I'm nasty.
You're nasty.
I'm nasty.
Not dangerous.
I'm from Louisiana.
Yeah.
I'm out here just to play football. I'm happy that the injuries that, obviously never happy for an injury, but it could be worse, right? So Campbell having just an MCL, maybe a couple weeks. But I think earlier in the show when I was driving in, you guys were talking about luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like the term luck.
Oh, sorry, Real Life Tom. That was Real Life Tom's lead.
I don't
saying
like
that
luck.
In order to win a championship in any sport, you must have luck.
I don't like luck. It'd be like, hey, I'm going on a flight. All right, good luck. Or,
you don't want luck
good
involved
luck
in that kind of thing.
Yeah, you don't want luck. You want to go out and you want to take and win and produce, and that takes preparation, practice, execution, all those things, and luck goes out the door. I don't like it when somebody says, hey, best of luck. Like,
but then,
luck is kind of out of your control.
Even if it's just a few weeks for Will Campbell, now I'm super worried about Drake May and his health during that span of time. We are lucky because we do have a bye week during that time.
You also have Josh McDaniels, who, we're talking about playing the Giants, and they have a front that's aggressive and fast.
Good
and all
pass
the above.
rush.
Good pass rush.
I don't know. There's people that are calling it, top of the league.
Fool's gold? Is it fool's gold?
No, but just
on the pass rush?
suggesting that it's a really dangerous pass rush.
Well, there's two ways.
It has fool's gold written all over it.
I need a top hat, and I can say
Yes.
that. There's two ways you can attack an aggressive front. It's obviously direct and indirect, which would be screens, getting the ball out of the quarterback's hand quickly, let them get up the field, suck them up the field, and then you slip in behind them. That's something that Josh has done to other teams that had an aggressive front. Get the ball out quick, slip screens, tear screens, inside screens with the running backs, all those things that kind of help the quarterback out, get the ball out quick. Can't hold the ball.
Well, you're going to get, I would assume you get Will Campbell back in.
Yeah, a couple weeks.
You think a couple weeks?
Yeah, an MCL, you're an offensive
that
lineman.
optimistic about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
especially an offensive lineman, they're not running similar to what a receiver, running back, linebacker. I think Logan Mankins played a Super Bowl with a torn ACL.
Yeah.
But so you could put a Donjoy brace on it. You can tape it. So they have this tape called moleskin. It's dark brown and it's very rigid. So you do an MCL tape job. So you kind of go top of the thigh across the MCL down to your shin, tape it up, and then you put a brace on it. Gives you a little bit more rigidity there. I've torn mine like 3 times, and I missed 1 week in 2009 with that. And you just put a brace on it, and you go.
And you get back out there.
Get back out there.
Scheim was taking some abuse for suggesting earlier that Drake May is the best quarterback in the league.
Yeah, I would not argue that he is not a top 3 quarterback at the moment.
I don't know that anybody would argue that.
Yeah.
I just don't know that he's
number 1.
Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford's playing out of his mind right now. I think when you look at the body of work and the slow start, last week everyone was complaining about the slow start. He was overthrowing the ball, blah, blah, blah. But he threw for almost 300 yards. What do you have, like 298?
Career high, actually, right?
Yeah. So you look at that, and at the end of the day, he's able to overcome a little bit of the jitters to start a game on the road, overcoming that, playing well, making great throws towards the end of the game, big conversions. It's all promising stuff. So it's great to see that he's able to kind of put the negative plays behind him and move on and still create, great football.
Do you fall into the Vrabel category that you don't care that the defense starts slow week after week?
So do
you believe Mike Vrabel when he says that to us over and over
I believe that he's like, well, we're winning. So
yeah, when you look at when you prepare every week defensively, you are usually preparing for a script. An offense has 10 to 15 plays that they feel are their best plays, and they run those consecutively. So you're learning at the start of the game, what are they trying to run? What are their formations? What's their personnel? What are they trying to do to us? And offensively, when you're preparing, you're looking at a defense. You're saying, okay, where are we going to attack these guys? And you try to put your best on their worst, right? So the first drive of the games, yeah, you'd like to see them have a 3-and-out and get after them a little bit better, but I like the fact that they're adjusting and learning, because if you can't adjust and you can't learn as the game progresses, you're never going to win a playoff game if you can't adjust. So I like the fact that they're shutting down teams when it counts, and that's in the second half.
Is there anybody come playoff time who are you afraid of?
Well, the Rams look really good. Obviously, we wouldn't play them until Super Bowl, but their offensive style and the way that the quarterback is playing, that would be a very tough matchup. But I think in the AFC, dependent on if Kansas City can right the ship, I wouldn't be afraid to play them, but if they got hot at the end and won game, they got the quarterback that has done it and played at a high level. So you would be almost like, okay, we're not afraid to play this team. Let's beat the Kansas City Chiefs at home. We're not afraid of them. But if they did have one of those crazy games where Patrick Mahomes is on fire, it could be a tough one.
Someone in the Twitch right now is saying if you switch Stafford and May on their respective teams, no one's talking about Stafford right now.
Well, I think the difference between Stafford is mobility. Obviously, he's an older quarterback, but the receiving core is tremendous.
Yeah.
I mean, Nakua is one of the top in the NFL right now.
Devontae Adams is the best red zone receiver in football
and
right
you
now.
have Adams, who not only is he a veteran, he understands how to use his body, red zone awareness, how to set up the DB, how to run the routes appropriately, coming back to the ball, all those things that you need in the red zone, and that's why he's the best red zone receiver. So they just have a nice run machine right now, especially with the offensive coordinators, the head coach. You know, they're on the same page with everything, which is pretty impressive.
An issue
Bills don't concern you?
No, I think the Bills are in a downward spiral right now. You know, you look at that Texans game, you know, Josh Allen was just assaulted, and I feel like when he gets pressured and he's trying to put the team on his back, that's when he makes some bad decisions. So I think right now they're struggling defensively. They're a little bit banged up, and when Josh Allen is losing the receiving core and he doesn't know where to go with the ball, that's when he has problems.
A big issue the Pats had this past week, though, that I don't know how you fix it, and we talked to Mike Vrabel about it on Monday, was at the goal line. Like, they weren't able to convert there, and 12 attempts, they come away with 3 points.
There's also a stubborn mentality that some coaches can have in the low red right there, and it's we're more physical than this team, so let's just run it in, versus let's do some misdirection and use our quarterback's legs. You know, I'm sure if they could do it all over again, I would do like a naked boot on fourth down, you know, fake the handoff and then roll out with the quarterback. So you're learning from those situations as well. I don't know if they put a heavy fullback in on that play, but they were at one point bringing in a heavy guy in the backfield to kind of lead the way. So maybe they're also trying to test themselves and say, listen, like if this is the playoffs and it's 4th and 1 on the 1, we got to be able to score here and not get stopped.
But isn't this a McDaniels issue? Because this has happened multiple times now this season where you get down to the 1 yard line and you can't punch it in.
Well, I mean, you can't, or you can, and I think they what was it, the Diggs, nice little corner toss there on 4th down right before the half down in Tampa. I mean, you're just going through your playbook. You're looking at what are our best plays with 1 yard to go, and they think that they could hand the ball off, and the easiest way to score on the 1 is to hand it off to your running back and go straight in. So there's just less room for error. When you snap the ball to the quarterback, you have to drop back and you got to throw it. There's always room for error there, and the space is very tight. So as you move down the field and you get in the red area, the 20-yard in, everything's tighter. You have more bodies in a shorter space. So the easiest thing to do is to run the football, Seattle.
Then why didn't you, like against the Bengals, you mentioned they have brought in bigger personnel on certain situations, like Kairos Tonga has come in. Why didn't they do that against the Cincinnati Bengals? They had 3rd and 4th down. They wanted to run the football. They did not bring in any big personnel.
Yeah, that's a good question. And if was a 5th, we'd all be drunk. So I think that moving forward, maybe that was a learning experience, and we'll see a heavy body coming.
They also were dealing with, at times, the injuries on the offensive line. So
but you can at least bring in Westover, like he's your fullback all the other times. Why was he not on the field?
We need to get you a headset. Get you on the field.
I'm just saying, like, it's like the draw on 4th and goal from the 1 is infuriating.
Yeah, it is. But that's
especially when this team has been bad at running the football like that all year long.
That's the best part about this game is we all can watch it and get angry and then elated when they score and they win these games.
Well, put some respect on Shime's name. He
He
is a soccer coach.
Okay. Listen, I don't know much about soccer. I just know it's very frustrating. When I go to 4 Kicks in Norfolk, all I'm doing is standing by the glass screaming, just kick the ball. Kick the ball in the net. It just about it. Yeah.
All I'm asking for some creativity, Rob. That's all.
I think Josh has been pretty creative this year. You know, he's got a quarterback that's
Shime loves a well-executed header.
Damn right. Off a corner kick, off a set piece, Greg.
Corner kick.
Doesn't get much better than that.
You're right. I'm the dad that has to go sit in the parking lot. Oh man, it gets bad.
That guy.
Because when you're watching soccer, you have to. It's a different mentality, different sport. Yeah. I just think, go get it. Go be aggressive.
I mean, the fellas are playing football, are they not?
Yeah, they're playing football.
Okay.
But it's not. They're not playing tackle football.
So
and I
are
also
you okay
get aggressive.
there?
Well, you know, my son might cry, and I say, if you cry because I'm trying to correct you right now, you'll never play again. So you better stop crying.
But are you yelling at refs?
No, I don't
okay,
yell
thank
at refs.
God.
I'm very, calm when it comes to that stuff.
Okay.
But the kids and the crying, like, there's no crying in football. I try to coach that up pretty good. So,
would you want your son?
I think football.
I to play in the NFL.
Realistically, the percentages of that based on the population is very low. So I think football teaches valuable lessons in teamwork and being dedicated to something and understanding how to push yourself. So the values and the lessons that football teaches, especially now where we're losing that discipline in young men in general, I think it's the best sport that you can put your kid in.
Best
I really
sport,
do.
Teamwork,
individually,
understanding what your role is,
and
being happy with it because there's a common goal. And
well, I talked to a high school team yesterday. No, was it Friday? Maybe last week. My nephew's coaching Saint Zavarian. Sorry, no, not Zavarian. No, Andrain. Sorry, they're in the Midwest, so this is back home, Andrain. And I was talking to the team, and I said, think about when you were a freshman in high school, and the first day you walked into the weight room, and you saw 135 pounds, and you thought about it, and you're like, this is going to completely destroy me. And then now think about 135. You look at that weight, and you laugh at it because it's like, wow, this is nothing. But the consistency of working every single day and improving, that's life, right? You get up, you go to work, you get better, and you learn from your mistakes, and you hope that in 4 years you're in a better spot. That's football. That's how you continue to push. And when I was in high school, nobody thought I was going to be an NFL football player, but I took that mentality of every year I'm going to work out like a madman 2 to 3 hours a day. I'm not going to listen to whatever anyone else has to say about me. Think about it business-wise. Somebody has an idea and other people are like, well, that's stupid. And that turns out to be a multi-million-dollar business, right? It's having belief in yourself and pushing yourself to be better. And that's what football teaches you.
I would run through a wall for you if I could run right now.
You could run. You just had blueberries, man.
Life coach.